Alrighty, we got another Power Cube draft, this time with Edge of Eternity's cards, though I guess not actually in in this pack. Once again, this is our weekly draft against the Finns, so it's me, Martel, Will, and Mackerel battling against Full Arrow and his squad. And a pretty weak opening pack. I'm probably just going to take Pyrogoyf. It's a good card. I mean, honestly, Volcanic Island's not that far behind. I don't think I can quite do it, but I'm passing to Testang here. Might take Moloch. Could take Volk. I mean, there's a name sticker in the pack too. Yeah, Pyrogoyf's pretty good. Let's just take Pyrogoyf. If I look at this pack too long, this nice beta Volcanic is going to call to me. And I think I'd rather start with Pyrogoyf, but it is actually close. I'm curious, given how often I end up in blue-red anyways. Well, now I'll take Ragavan. Ooh, Steel Cutter, Pyroblast. You're speaking my language, but I should just take Ragavan here. I've got a really good start to just like a nice red deck here, and Ragavan is a little bit more reliable than Steel Cutter, even though it does pain me to pass this. I would like to have seen that like 4th or 5th pick in a pack where I can justify taking it, likewise with the Pyroblast. The good news is I might be passing red, so if Testang takes like Moloch or something into Steel Cutter, maybe we got ourselves a good cutoff start here. I like Bauble. I like Oracle. I don't really have a good start for Demonic Consultation. There's also Path. Just be Boros. I don't think I can justify taking Subtlety. It's really one of these 3 cards. Urza's Bauble, Thassa's Oracle, or Path to Exile, I think. I can't really justify Subtlety. Definitely not Third Path, Embereth, or Screaming Nemesis. I don't think Screaming Nemesis is good enough to take over one of these like very active cards. Kind of want to just Bauble here. Bauble is a nice one. Path is definitely a solid card too, though. All right, you know what? Let's take Path. Maybe they'll not expect me to draft red-white. All right, kind of rewarded because now I can take a Johnny. A Johnny in red-white is really strong. Passing Death Greeter, Simian Spirit Guide, Echo Vians, and Preordained. So if I'd taken, I could have. There's a world where I go like Volcanic, Steel Cutter, Bauble, Preordained. But I don't know if it's even better than what I have. I might enjoy it more, but don't want to let the team down. And yeah, I'll definitely take in a Johnny. See, look, I think that, we've now played against these guys plenty. They kind of know our habits. They probably don't expect me to take Path into a Johnny, which could give me some good wiggle room here to get some late cards. And here, well, my blue-red deck would take the show off. Or Skydiver. I probably just want Godless Shrine here. Sometimes you do end up in Mardu. Duels are good. The rest of these cards aren't like that impressive. I don't really care about missing out on a Phyrexian Revoker here or anything like that. And then here, well, Emperor Bones is a strong card. Oh, you knew I had to get the Cryogen Relic in here. I'd play this in my Academy deck anytime. I think I'm going to take Galvanic Discharge, though. 1 mana removal, just great. On color, can't really argue with that. Passing Transpose, Emperor Bones, Joshua Phoenix is dominant. There's a chance I get something back here. Would not be implausible. I would like to find Skull Clamp to go with this Ajani. That would be nice. Or Bombardiers. Well, I'm not going to get Bombardiers at this point in the pack, and there's no chance. Skull Clamp, unlikely. It is possible, but I think probably not going to happen. And then here, I could just take Sanguine Evangelist. It's good in this deck. And the other thing that's nice is that Sanguine Evangelist goes nicely if I do pick up something like Skull Clamp. Passing a Shiko, Talisman, Shallowgrave, a Doomsday to go with that Oracle. So I do have to note that. And then here we've got a bunch of green cards. We have Gemstone Mine, but I think I'll just take Sarah Paragon. Pretty great with like some just these good low drops. Solid 4-drop. Oh, Moloch still here. Mind Collapse and Dion Bahamut's Dominant. These are all pretty solid cards. I don't think I'm supposed to take Moloch. And I have a bunch of 4s, so I'll probably just take Mind Collapse. This does look like the kind of deck that uses Mind Collapse pretty nicely. And here, maybe I just Gemstone Caverns. I would definitely play it in this deck. There's also Life Death, but I don't mind passing that. I don't think Life Death is that good. And then here, I could take Savannah if I end up splashing green. Green Splash is kind of unlikely. I think I could either take Embereth Shieldbreaker, which is a solid anti-artifact card, or I think I'm just going to hate Soul Rend. Soul Rend's pretty good against me, so I don't think... And I could also, depending on the color circumstances, I could also, if I end up Mardu siding this one in. Soul Rend also is actually kind of a combo with Ajani. You Soul Rend the Ajani token, draw a card, and flip it. Ooh, I'll take Robber over Praetor Maker. Passing a late Tainted Pact, but I like Robber. Shield Reduce, definitely the best card, so I'll just take that. It's not that I think I'm even going to splash black necessarily here. Obviously I could, but these cards made sense to take even if I don't end up playing them. Yeah, I'm not going to play Faithless Looting, so I guess I'll just take the Transpose. Last pick, Shiko, huh? All right, pack 2. What do we got? Well, we got a 4th Eorlingus, passing a Force of Will, which I hate to do, but it's also a Bowmasters. I mean, this pack's actually really stacked. Feywild, Force, Bowmasters, Memory Lapse, and 4th Eorlingus, which I definitely will take. Makes this Gemstone Cavern a lot better. Chain Lightning, too. This is just a really good pack. All right, well, 4th Eorlingus it is. And then here... So here there's an Arid Mesa, which is obviously great, but there's also a Karakas, which I think I'm just going to take. I don't have good mana yet, and there's a key here too, by the way. But I have Karakas with Ajani and Ragavan. It's really good. Karakas is also just a really good card, so I think I would just take that and hope to pick up red-white lands at some point here. And now there's a Fury, which I think I should probably take over a Grease Ranch Goblin, Sunbait Canyon, passing Psychic Frog and Verdant, so passing some really good blue-black stuff. Oh, I just took the Sunbait Canyon. I meant to take the Fury. Sunbait Canyon it is. I mean, it's not like I think Fury is like super busted or anything. But that is actually kind of what I wanted to take. Though here I think I'll take Solitude. Solitude is much better than Fury in my opinion. Just the fact that it's an instant and kills anything large is better than killing small things at sorcery speed. Passing Flage, Emberwild, and Fiery Confluence, which is a good sign. There's a lot of good red-white stuff. And then here, Inti and Inspiring Vantage. It's also Burst Lightning, but I think that's worse than either of those options. I'm doing pretty good on playables. I kind of just want to take Inspiring Vantage, I feel like. I just feel like, I mean, Inti is good, but this deck doesn't have like a bunch of fast mana or anything, so it's just not going to use it like incredibly well. And here I think I like a Braid just because killing artifacts is nice. And I'm passing 3 white removal spells. Maybe I'll get one of those back. All right. Oh, Mother Runes? Thank you. I'll take that over Winds, Eagles, and Hero easily. And I guess Endotha Triumph, but the black splash is relegated to the sideboard for the moment. I don't even have a black card I want to play. Okay, well, this is looking very solid. For not opening anything busted, I think I'm making good use of my seat here. I don't draft red-white that often, but you know what? When you're in a team draft, part of what you want to do is draft in a way that they don't expect. It is good, obviously, to have preferences. Like, it's fine to find things that you like in the cube and try to draft accordingly. But when they know about them, those preferences can become a weakness. It's just like Sandy Dog on the Boros side or me on the like artifact side. You know, you pass me, like Quinn, for example, Quinniac is multiple times passed me in Academy and cut artifacts, which some of those times it doesn't even work because Academy is that busted, but it still does kind of set you up a little bit. So I like where I'm at. It would be really nice to get a sack effect for this Ajani, but I have Karakas to combo with it. I could also burn the token with one of my burn spells, and that's not terrible either. And here, Seam Rip. It's the portable hole replacement. It's better, I think, because as an enchantment, but I'm going to take Guide of Souls. Guide of Souls Ajani, Guide of Souls Sanguine Evangelist, 4th Eorlingus, and it's just a really strong card. Passing a late Necromancy and Corpse Dance, but can't hit them both. Well, Chain Lightning didn't come back. There's 2 cheap black creatures, but I don't really think I have the mana or desire to splash. There's 3 different good blue cards plus a blue-white land, so I don't really think taking one of those makes sense. I'll just take the Soul Cauldron in case I want to bring in that. Oh, I like Savai Triumph here. Makes the black splash a little more likely. Passing a Firebolt is fine. And Grease Wrench Goblin or hate Caustic Bronco or hate Urborg or hate Through the Breach, I guess. This deck doesn't look like a Grease Wrench Goblin deck to me. I think I'll actually just hate Through the Breach. I don't know. Maybe that's a mistake, but I did pass a lot of animate stuff that direction, so it feels like that's a decent hedge. I don't care too much if they get a Caustic Bronco. The Breach could make their deck. Oh, Flage Wield. And have Karakas. What a good pickup. That was awesome. Red-white certainly seems open. I feel like I'm in the right colors, so I like it. Oh, an Inti came back. Maybe I could have even wheeled the red-white duel, but all right. We are getting paid off. And I will take Absent over Sculler. I think Absent is a pretty good card. And I don't need to splash black for Sculler. I do have a Savai Triumph and a Godless Shrine, I guess, but... Okay, so going into this next pack, I've got pretty much all my bases covered. Oh, I even have an Eagles, which gets a Savai Triumph, so it'd be nice to get Sacred Foundry or Plateau, of course. But really what I want is just like a red or white Mox. You know, that would probably be ideal for me. Honestly, those might even be better than Lotus for me, but don't have the option of any of them. Here, oh man, a Time Twister and a Troxa, a Cold Epiphany, Blood Crypt. I could first pick Giver of Runes. I mean, it's definitely what I would take if it was like a single, player draft. In a team draft, is there a thought to just hating Time Twister? I wouldn't be hating a Troxa because I feel like a lot of the animate stuff got past Impact 2, so I don't think that's super likely. Hating Time Twister seems so marginal. Whatever. I'm just going to take my Giver of Runes. What a disappointing open. Oh, well, Rian opened better than I did. Academy, Mox, and my Plateau. I'll take my Mox. All right. At least to get a Mox. That's not bad. It's going to make this deck a little bit faster. I like that. Plateau could wheel. Academy. Oh, there's a Comet too. So one of those two, maybe. Comet's a little more splashable, but like Academy, Chaos Defiler, Watery Grave, Shelldock, Fairy Mastermind are all pretty likely to go. So I just need one person to take like Spara's, Tar Pit, or one of these green cards over Plateau or Comet. Probably Plateau's most likely to come back. That'd be nice. All right, well, green Mox, still a Mox, so I'll take that. Red-white is a good deck to open when to play when you're not opening anything all that crazy, because, yeah, like a Mox makes this deck better for sure, but the difference between a red-white deck with a Mox and like an Academy deck with a Mox or a combo deck is pretty big, I think. Geez. This pack has nothing I want either. I could take Scrubland and then I would have 2 black-white lands and a really good ability to splash black with 3 black-white lands and an Eagles. But there's no black cards I have that I want. The thing is, I don't really care about Rabblemaster or Evora. I don't really want to be hating a Jace Vryn's Prodigy. All right, I'll just take the Scrubland and I don't know. We'll see what comes up. LED and Underground Sea. Hey. Well, these packs are kind of bad for me. So I've got 2 black-white duels just to remember that. I mean, Cathar Commando is a fine card. I guess I should just take Adeline. Adeline is actually good in this deck. All right. I'm kind of tempted to just hate the LED. Oh, there's Thopter and Sage of the Skies, Fracture Identity. Thopter to go with that sword. Salvador's to go with that LED. Fracture Identity is just great. All right, Othari it is. I don't really know which one of these I'm supposed to hate, and I can't hate all of them, so I'm just going to pass all of them and let Garfield sort it out, as it were. And here, ooh, the new Tezzeret. This is real good with Time Vault. Whenever artifact you control enters, put a loyalty counter on this. You pay 0 to untap an artifact or creature, and if it's a creature, +1/+1 counter. That's obviously the Time Vault thing. And you can search for an artifact with 1 mana value or less, put it in your hand, or you eventually get an emblem that animates your artifacts. I think I'm just going to take Fire Covenant here. I don't want to play against Fire Covenant, and I would definitely side it in some matchups, or at least consider. I don't care about the Oliphant. All right. Kind of a bad pack for me. It just did not end up looking nice. I mean, man, now there's like a bunch of good cards here that aren't for me. I guess I'll take, well, do I even want Blazemire Verge? This taps for black primarily. That's not how you want to splash. Unearth actually could be kind of interesting. I have some decent Unearth outs. Or I could just hate a Malcolm. That seems pretty... Yeah, Malcolm's the best card. Let's just do it, whatever. Carnage Tyrant, FOMO, Grief, Lumberjack. I guess Anointed Peacekeeper's okay. Wow, this is a brutal pack. I did pass an Academy. I could hate Expedition Map. Right now, it's not like I'm lacking playables. You take those out. I'm playing 18, 19, 20 lands, so... I think I just take Anointed Peacekeeper. This card I think is reasonable. Or I take FOMO. Let's go FOMO. I could use another 2-drop. Okay, Plateau did not come back. Oh, that was pick 2. So I just take Blood Crypt here, I guess. I'm passing a bunch of these things, and now I could splash. Okay, Plateau didn't come back. Fairy Mastermind didn't get taken, and Shelldock didn't get taken, so it wasn't even that close. I think Shelldock's the best card here. I'll pass Titania to go, or Safekeeper to go with Titania, I guess. All right, well, I did end up with enough mana to splash Fire Covenant. And if I want like a Shieldred Edict, I have a little more removal here. I guess Evora's fine. Passing a late Kefka. So this is now 14, 15. This is like 16 lands. I'm only like 1 card over. I could cut the Mind Collapse because I have a lot of good removal. Because right now this is 15 lands plus Eagles and Mox. Probably don't main the Gemstone Caverns. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources for those 2 cards. Yeah, it seems fine. I think I'll hate Fatal Push. Chain of Small against Edgemore in the same pack. I think Fallen Shinobi doesn't go into that many decks, and if you wanted Fallen Shinobi, there's a decent chance they took it earlier. Okay. I'll take Zern Orb in case of the Titania thing. Though there is Academy, so maybe I'm passing a late Candelabra. Yeah, I'm not sure. I hate dig through time. All right, going into deck building. Let's see where we end up. All right, well, not a lot of choices to be made here. I've got to splash the black, though I'm kind of feeling bad about this draft now that we know that they have like 2 artifact decks and maybe a combo deck and maybe another combo deck. So my like Edict, Fire Covenant, Solitude stuff is a little less good path. I have just a lot of anti-aggro cards, kind of how I ended up. But yeah, solid deck. Got the Mox, got some decent fixing. A good curve, a lot of 1s and 2s, so this deck definitely has a chance, but I would really kill for that like Tide Hollow Sculler now. I think just a little bit more anti-combo stuff would be nice. I guess I have like a Braid. Sometimes Edict can like nab a good Planeswalker or a big creature, and that's about it. Mostly I'm just going to have to try to beat down, so that's going to be my plan. My teammates have good decks too. Mac drafted Mono White. These were his last 3 cuts, that's why they're highlighted. Swords, my Skull Clamp, Double Bauble, City of Traders, Thalia, Voice of Victory, Council's Judgment, Loran, Anointed Peacekeeper, Parallax Wave. Yeah, this looks like a solid mono white deck. Containment Priest. His deck looks a lot better against combo than mine. Thalia, Containment Priest, some decent like exile removal. Parallax Wave can be good against like reanimate sort of things. Will has a nice Chain Lightning, Pyroblast, bunch of mana dorks, Minsk and Boo, Comet, Chariot, Gut sort of deck with Arwen, Oko, Mawloc, Pest Infestation. Really good mana too. Double fetch and all the green duels. Get Guy's Cradle. I like it. And then Martel's got a nice one. He's no Academy, passed it the wrong direction, but he's got Workshop, Mox Diamond, Mana Vault with Key, Balance, bunch of artifacts, VV, Zerda, and then Coveted Jewel, Ugin, Mightstone, and Weakstone. He got the Force of Will, One Ring, so nice stuff there too. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, time for round 1. Yeah, I will mulligan this hand. Unfortunately, also, we have no power. We have this 1 Mox that we got past when they opened a piece of power, so, and then no one else does, so this might be a tough one. I like our decks well enough, but yeah. All right, well, let's go Mountain, Mox, Inti here. I mean, that's a pretty nice start. Turn 2, getting to discard a Mountain here. And see what I can rustle up with Inti. So Max here is playing blue-white controls, what we determined after looking at the cards drafted. So, and consider binning No More Lies. Interesting. Might have a different 2-drop to play. Might have needed a land. Who knows? But I'm going to go for it here. It'd be nice to draw a 3-drop. Oh, this is interesting. Because Evora says whenever it enters and deals combat damage, you make a blood token, or you discard a card to get a +1/+1 counter on this. So if I play this before attacking with Inti, this will have +1/+1, but it's less likely I can play the card. That's probably not worth it. It will be a nice combo in future turns. Oh, okay, well, I guess that answers that question. Okay, let's go Plains Evora here. I mean, Evora and Inti do work pretty nicely together. Obviously, the Inti no longer is doing anything here. And I'm going to discard Mountain. Oh, Ancient Tomb. Okay. The Relic. Discard this. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Draw a card. Othari. Okay. If they've got another play this turn. Oh, that's nice. So let's go land. Attack. Okay, make a blood, and I'm just going to Abrade now. Obviously, they could counter it now, but I think they're more likely to be able to counter it on upkeep. If this works, I won't feel too bad about things. All right, and I don't think I'm going to use the blood token. I'm happy to draw lands or spells at this point. I mean, honestly, with Othari, it'd be nice to just land that, but I don't really want to discard Pyroglyph to blood to find a land. That doesn't seem right to me either. All right, and draw. Yeah, I mean, oh, they have Mystic Confluence in their deck. Let's not just run Othari into Mystic Confluence, actually. Seems like there's no reason to do that when I'm hitting here. And I think I'm just going to pass the turn. At some point I'll grow this Evora. They just have Mystic Confluence in hand, is my opinion. So I think casting Othari would be a grievous error. I'm going to take 3 damage to cast it. Nice. Bounce it and draw 2. All right. So I might discard Evora to the blood token. I don't have very many instants to play, so I'm not really getting that much value of using the mana end of turn. Is that good? I guess we'll see what they do. Maybe, because I'm going to play Othari next turn, and Evora the turn after that is just not even that strong. So yeah, maybe I just fire off a discard. Because the other thing is, if I draw a bad card like a land or a mediocre spell, I can just use blood again. Yeah, Soul Ring's a good one. I mean, they have taken a lot of damage off their lands. 7 so far. Let's see what this is. Like a Feywild Caretaker, perhaps? No, this looks like a stock up. Yeah. All right. Let's see what they find. And Aragorn. Okay. Interesting. So, yeah, I definitely want to use blood here. Discard Evora. Because you're finding Robber of the Rich. I really want to draw a land now, because if I don't think I'm going to discard any of these cards, but a land would be really nice. Because then I can go Pyrogoyf as a 5/6, and Tom has the Force of Will. Oh, they have a Subtlety. If I'm getting Subtlety here, then that's a good beat. Aragorn into Subtlety is a strong one. All right. I'm going to put it on top. And I'll play Robber here. But now I feel not good about this at all. So we'll see how this turns out. So they have 4 cards in hand. They know I'm playing a Pyrogoyf next turn. If they have the 4th counter, well, then it's not going to go well for me. But yeah, what can you do? Okay, using Soul Ring. Maybe they're cracking Fiery Islet. Maybe they need to find something. That'd be nice. I mean, they're going to go up to 12 here off this Aragorn attack. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right, so starting with a Planisphere. Yeah, that's a pretty good one, because now the Pyrogoyf attack with Robber plan is thwarted. They're going to get a counter on this. Oh, when the Monarch pops too, assuming they draw an extra card from something. Like, for example, Fiery Islet. Seems pretty easy. They took my Plateau. And, I mean, it's just drawing. So I draw Pyrogoyf. I Pyrogoyf the Aragorn. No attacks, I guess. I could also play Othari, but I think killing the Aragorn is going to be a good start. Well, they're tapping Ancient Tomb, but that doesn't really make me feel that much better. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, okay. Fair enough. That is interesting. So their hand was just a land. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Well, I feel like Wheel has got... I didn't think I was beating the board, but Wheel could give me a chance here. Because now I can go like Caracas the Aragorn... Galvanic Discharge. Well, probably not killing this with Galvanic Discharge because, yeah, they're playing more things. Well, let's see what else they got. Mind Stone. And attack with Aragorn. Caracas can also bounce Inti at some point here. But I can't block this turn anyway, so. All right. We got a chance. I mean, I guess I'm going to lead with Pyrogoyf and see if that one resolves. The odds that they don't have another counter don't seem super high. Okay. Well, that's not a counter. So, their deck's kind of interesting. Sure. Yep. All right. This draft is not gonna go well, I don't think. They have Lotus Soul Ring, Ancestral, like, and that's not even, yeah. It's not even everything. Okay. 5 cards in hand, million mana. All right. Time to take 11, baby. Deal 7 to the token in case they play 1 spell. If they have a counter for this, I'm dead. I'm okay with that. They do have a lot of cards in their hand and a lot of mana, but, you know, what can you do? If this works, maybe we're somewhere. All right, drawing a card off Fiery Islet. That doesn't stop this. Okay. I don't really want to play 4th Earlingus right now, so let's just attack with Robber. Unfortunately, I can't even trigger the Robber, given the current circumstances. Because I had to play Scrubland in order to play Fire Covenant. I can't play another land. I guess what I could have done... Oh. Dismember the Robber. Okay. Sure. So they're going to keep the Monarch for a turn. I can't do anything about that. Let's just discard planes, draw a card. Back to exile. All right. Pass the turn. I still don't really think I'm going to win this game, much less the match, given the cards we've seen. But I will do my best. So it looks like Ancestral got taken over Mox, and then this person opened a Lotus Soul Ring. I mean, I guess if they're cracking Mindstone, maybe they need to find something. I've got 3 more removal spells and a 4th Earlingus, so I guess I do have some moves here. Feywild Caretaker. Okay. I'm going to want to pass that before second main here. Well, I actually think I do probably win. Or sorry, before end of turn. Because 4th Earlingus is actually going to be lethal here. So maybe I will win this game. I didn't think this turn was just basically tapping out for Feywild. I mean, we'll see. If there's another counterspell here, then yes, I will lose. And 4th Earlingus, leaving... I don't think I want to play around Daze. I think I'm just going to do it for the 6. This plays around Brazen Borrower. Well, I guess it doesn't really play around Brazen Borrower because they have to tap Ancient Tomb, but it looks like it's going to work out either way, so... All right, maybe I steal one. We'll take it. Well, I guess I do like Fire Covenant well enough. I'm definitely putting in Gemstone Caverns. Holy crap. If I ever needed a Gemstone Caverns in my life, it's to steal games here. Do I want Soul Rend or Fatal Push? I don't think so. All right. Well, let's do our best here, huh? On the draw, battling against little Soul Ring Lotus, Subtlety, probably a Fractured Identity as well. And I have to mulligan again? Nice. Do I have to mulligan again? Might actually run this one. Solitude is really nice. I have 2 1-drops, a good 2-drop, 2 good 2-drops. All right. Just need to draw. First of all, if I just draw a mountain, that's incredible. Second, I can do this, pass the turn. Turn 2, if I draw land, I can play 2 1-drops. If I don't, I can just play Ragavan. And Solitude, I think, is a pretty nice one. Fear of Missing Out, also not so bad. Would like to draw land here. Considered and binned a tap land, a white land. All right. Well, let's just cast Ragavan here. Ooh, Ragavan Resolved, I like that. Fresh Start. Oh no, Dismember, sure. Yeah, Dismember's a good one. I mean, I still have a million 2s. Oh. What is this? Feywild Caretaker? Okay, well, the upside here is that I have Solitude, so I'm going to Solitude. I have to exile Johnny, because if I exile Giver and I don't draw lands, it's really horrible. So I get to Solitude that. They get to get their land, but if I draw any land here and I play Robber of the Rich, I take the initiative, like, that's great. All right, And they didn't have subtlety, which is nice. All right, let's go. Let's go. Land, 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 land. Okay. Oh, that was way better than land because I can go robber, attack, take the initiative, get a plains, and then play Giver of Runes too. Ooh, back in it? Back in it? All right. I mean, we'll see what they've got, but this seems like a pretty good place to start here. I like it. I like it. All right, there's the plains. Fracture Identity is a card I would be a little concerned about. Oh, Teferi. Into what? Minusing on the robber? Drawing a card? Neither of those things seem like incredible. All right. So I do have to worry about no more lies next turn because it's going to untap 2 lands. But I can also just forge onto the robber and attack Teferi. Let's see. I am going to forge onto the robber. I could also just attack Max here. Okay. Draw. The robber's also going to get to hit especially if I draw a land here. Land would have been really good. I think I still just play Inti. It's going to get countered, I would assume. Oh, it did not. Okay. Well, now I'm just going to attack Teferi here. Because I have Giver to protect the robber, and Inti is going to make robber into a 5. So killing Teferi, look, hitting my opponent when they have Ancient Tomb and I have the initiative and trap is obviously very appealing, but I think killing the Teferi is going to be nice. All right, Island doesn't do anything. Let's just discard Evora. I think that's going to be worse than FOMO here. We're going to hit Guide of Souls. Nice. A 1-drop is not bad. Okay, Guide of Souls. And now, even against a Wrath, I still have the initiative. Against not Wrath. Oh, yeah, Giver. Giver is a pretty nice one, huh? I don't think there's any reason to use it right now. It was preventing Fresh Start from stopping Robber of the Rich, that's for sure. I mean, Mystic Confluence isn't that big of a deal. I have Pyrogoyf here. Next turn, they're going down to 8. So this is lethal next turn, but obviously I assume they're going to do something here. All right, here comes Aragorn. The King of Gondor. All right. So trap. Land would just make this real easy, I think. Pyrogoyf. And I can just Pyrogoyf the Aragorn. Assuming I don't get subtletied. Boom. All right, well, we stole that one. That was nice. And we're 2-2, actually, so we're in it. We're in it. Playing against Rian here with an Ancestral Recall and an Orcish Bowmasters in deck. Yeah, I'll definitely keep this. Kind of interesting hand here. I'm certainly going to play a turn 2 with Johnny, but what do I do after that? I can play a 4th Earlingus for 1. It's not a terrible maneuver. Oops, excuse me. Let's just play the Vantage here. I can play a Flage. I also have the option potentially of like flaging the cat token on a Johnny, but it doesn't even do that much. My inclination here is to just slam 4th Earlingus and then use my 2 removal spells to keep the Monarch, assuming they don't play something crazy here. They could definitely have Orcish Bowmasters, but if they're casting something here, then obviously that answers that question for the moment. Let's see what gets played. So if they left mana up for Bowmasters, I guess what I could do is go 4th Earlingus, attack with both. Then they could Bowmasters a Johnny. Yeah, Bowmaster's an annoying card. I guess I hope they don't have it. Also, there's a chance here if they just play like a green dork that I just flage the green dork, and we'll see if that play lines up nicely. Sylvan Caryatid, I guess I wouldn't be able to do that too. But there are a decent amount of green creatures. Oh, Talisman. All right, well, let's just 4th Earlingus for 1. The other thing this does, which is really nice, is it makes it so I have a red permanent in play. So then if my Johnny flips, it actually makes some good progress. Okay, well, they need something pretty reasonable here. Okay, and I've got Unexpectedly Absent and Flage up. Adeline can also put a pretty good amount of pressure on. Getting to flip this Ajani would be nice too. I mean, there's a world where I go like Flage, kill my Cat Warrior to flip Ajani, make another cat, deal, I guess it only deal 2. So probably not doing that. Oh, Questing Beast? Sure. Take the Monarch. Oh, haha. Here's what I can do. Unexpectedly Absent the Questing Beast for 0. And then dash Ragavan. And then that way I steal the Questing Beast back. And I don't get to play it or anything, but I get to make a treasure. And I get to hit for 7. And take the Monarch back, of course. I mean, I suppose Snuff Out on Ragavan could be a concern, maybe. Not that I know they have it or anything. All right, well, I can't cast Questing Beast, so I'll pass the turn. Ragavan comes back. I draw a card. Oh, Path? Yeah, this looks pretty good. Fourth Year Lingus is a pretty messed up card. Even as just 2/2 haste to get the Monarch, it was really good. And this is they're gonna need something pretty strong. Bowmasters would have messed me up this game. It's a really strong card, but I think at this point I'm not even that worried about it. I also have like a Flage as like a deal 3. I have a Path off this treasure. Like, I don't think they're coming back here. All right, 1 mana, 2 mana. Sometimes you just gotta draft Boros, you know? I just beat a Lotus Mox deck with my, or Lotus Soul Ring deck rather, with my Boros little one-lander. Scythe Cat Cub. Yeah, that's not so bad. Oh, no plays? Okay. So they, oops, it lagged and I double-clicked. Okay, that's a little annoying, but that's fine. I'm expecting a Bowmasters here, so I guess I'll just attack with these 2. What I wanted to do, I guess play Adeline maybe. No, that doesn't even do anything. Yeah, this actually seems fine. Okay. I think I'm just going to path the Cub now. And they can Bowmasters the Cat Warrior, but that's not going to stop them from taking damage because it'll just flip a Johnny. And now they take 2 from the Trample Knight token, go to 2 from the cat, go to 3, and then I just Flage them. So this is going to work out just fine. Looks like they're black-green splashing Ancestral. Flage, leave up Caracas, because why not? And I believe we're up a game here. There we go. Okay. Mind Collapse is generally pretty good against these decks, and I think Shielded Edict actually looks worse. I will still bring in Gemstone Caverns, though. I feel like this deck does need that, so let's get in there. Okay. And the draw. Whoop. I got a bunch of new things in my collection. Anything good? Some play points from some league or something. All right, well, on the draw. Yeah, I mean, I guess I keep this. It's not an amazing hand, but I don't think I can mulligan a hand that just doesn't have a 1-drop. All right, well, that's actually not a terrible draw. I don't want to cast this before turn 4, but if I cast it on turn 4 after playing like Paragon or Fourth Year Lingus, I think Mind Collapse could be pretty good. Okay, let's play Inti. I don't want to play FOMO into Bowmasters here because it looks pretty likely a Bowmasters is going on here. Yeah. Oh, Infernal Grasp, sure. Well, if I draw a land next turn, I can play FOMO discarding a land. If I draw a spell, I can either cast that spell or cast FOMO discarding. Oh, here. Just play Evora. Oh, and Tidebindering. All right. Fine with that too. It's not like amazing for me, but it's not like the end of the world. And then next turn, we'll see what they do. If they go like land, Questing Beast, attack for 7, I'll take 7. I'll go land, 4 Theurlingus for 2. Mind Collapse. Oh. Okay, I really hope they attack with this Tishana's Tidebinder. It's okay if they don't, because I'll do the kind of the same thing. I could Abrade, but I think I'm going to go 4 Theurlingus for 2. Mind Collapse, Passageway Seer. Attack with these 2. They're going to take it. I'm going to get the Monarch and the Initiative. And then I'll be able to chump the Tidebinder here. Plains. I guess I'll get a Mountain, sure. Really was hoping to draw Solitude. I do have 2 removal spells now, though, so even if, like, I guess the worst case is this thing dies, they attack and take things back. Oh, no, we're chumping here for sure. I don't care about this 1/1. Keeping both Initiative and Monarch is very good. Okay, so they didn't have a removal spell, so now maybe just a green dork that I can kill with my various removal spells. And they don't have Bowmasters, because they would have Bowmastered the 1/1 for sure. Psychic Frog, all right. Forge. Draw. Oh, Fire Covenant, yes. 2, 2, 4. Fire Covenant is goated. I mean, there's a reason that I'm choosing to splash black for this card, huh? They can discard 2 cards to the frog. It don't do anything. It for 6 down to 8. Draw an extra card, end of turn. I mean, now, oh, I even have a Galvanic Discharge up. We're kind of cruising here. This deck's drawing well. See, look, I don't know if you remember, but a couple days ago, I 0-3 to draft with the like Tinker, Sneak, Flash, kind of like Mashup, Academy, all that deck. And that deck wasn't great. I'm not saying it was. But I did talk about how, like, wow, this deck's kind of medium and it's drawing really badly, so it looks terrible. It went 0-3. This deck is not great, but it's drawing really well. The cards are lining up nicely. I drew Fire Covenant on this turn. I drew Mox against Max last round to go Mox, Robber, take the initiative, get a Plains, play Giver, and then that Giver stopped Fresh Start. Like, I won the game because it was a Mox, not a land. Like, when a bad deck draws well, it's going to look like a good deck, and vice versa. And then when a medium deck draws badly, it's just going to look absolutely unplayable. I know I haven't won this game yet, but I think I'm going to. And it's not looking particularly close at either of these games, right? Okay, so they can, I mean, maybe find the Bowmasters I've been worried about. Oh, they're cracking Clue. Yeah, that's going to make it near impossible to win this, I kind of feel like, just because, I don't know, I have 3 removal spells in hand, 2 Tramplers. Oh, they do get to take the initiative back, and they get to Forge, and then I go Unexpectedly Absent, attack you, trap you, and you're dead. All right. Draw. Unexpectedly Absent. And that'll do it. 2-0, let's go. Boom. Trap. That'll do it. That's a 2-0. Let's do it. All right, it's time for round 3 against Bolero. We're actually kind of crushing. We're up like 6-2. I mean, you've seen these games. I've just been drawing great. Will's 2-0. I'm 2-0. I think Max 1-1 and Martel's 1-1, something like that. I'm not sure. Let me just check here. We're up 5-2. Okay. Folero's playing like a Grixis deck with Gleemox. They really did outpower us, but I mean, power doesn't necessarily beat these perfect draws. I will say that. Yeah, I'll run it. I need to draw Plains here pretty badly, but if I do, then we got some goods. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Well, at least I get to go turn 1, kill Jace. I feel like with a Gleemox in play and some reanimate stuff in his deck, I should just kill Jace rather than get Mother of Runes down. And then I'm going to play turn 2 a Johnny. Exhume the Jace. Funny. All right, fine. Well, at least they didn't get to discard, and then with Jace and then exhume something giant. At least not yet. The Jace could obviously flash it back. Commercial district. Nice. There's Natali. Well, I tried to stop the reanimate, but it didn't really work. I guess if Natali gets brought into play here, I'm in a lot of trouble. Surveilling the Natali's nice. They had the Jace, though, so it's like he would have been able to get that in the graveyard fairly easily anyways. Okay. Next turn, can Natali if I don't kill the Jace, and I don't really have a way to kill Jace. I guess if I draw Mox Emerald, I can play Pyroglyph, or if I draw one of my many removal spells. Well, it's a Mox. I mean, I feel like this isn't going to work, but I'm going to go for it anyways. Mana drain me? Yeah. I didn't really have a choice. I knew he had mana drain in his deck, but I feel like that move was pretty forced. At least Exhume now gets back Pyroglyph. That's not nothing. You could have a different reanimate, of course. Discards Baleful Mastery. I don't like that. What is this? Chaos Defiler, kill my Ajani? Or maybe my Mox. Probably not my Cat Warrior. Okay, well, Mount is such a bad draw here. This is incredible. All right. I guess the good luck's running out past the turn. Because if I'd drawn Plains there and gotten to play like Adeline or Sarah Paragon, still probably losing by a lot, to be honest, but Mount was a really bad draw. I mean, I drew the Plains immediately in my no Plains opener, so that part was good. But oh, gonna Baleful Mastery of the Mother of Runes? Alright. And then no attacks to keep Jace alive? Okay. Okay, I mean, I'll play the Inti. I guess I pass the turn. I mean, I could throw away, maybe I just get greedy here. Let's attack Jace. If I hit Path or a white land, I'm happy. Path would be sick. That's really something. I just had to go for it. All right. Now Jace is gone. Chaos Defiler is gone. I actually have a reasonable... Oh my god. That's really something. All right. So Falera's paying the life? I don't like that, because Falera also has like Flash and Torsten and could just cast a Torsten here thanks to Gleemock's Commercial District. Or in this case, put an Natali into play. Okay. Let's see what happens here. I hope I don't waste that Flash top deck, because that was really something. This could totally miss. Natali's going to hit me, but let's see. Hit Grief and Forthier Lingus. That was not a miss. It's not the end of the world. If I top deck like something good, then, well, and it does trigger Inti, so it's going to get the Monarch here by attacking with the Natali. All right, I just need to top deck a good removal spell. Roberto, huh? I think I just attack with the Cat Warrior and discard to Inti again, rather than playing the Robber here. All right. Let's hit another instant speed removal spell, huh? Scrubland, no. Yeah, it's going to be tough then. All right. And I guess I'll play Savai Triumph, pass the turn. It's going to pass, or is it going to hit me or pass? All right, he draws. Well, I mean, if this works, if he doesn't have anything, I do get the Monarch here. Discard this. Inti. Can I hit a nice creature here too? Oh, Caracas. Well, Caracas is at least good. All right. And I get the Monarch. Play Caracas. I don't see a reason to untap and replay Inti. All right, Solitude. Let's go. Not so much. Okay. I hope Falero doesn't have much here. This has been a wild game. Unfortunately, the fourth year Lingus being gone means I can't top deck that. All right, he's got the Monarch now. It's the Troxa. Torsten, okay. What you got? What does Torsten hit? It hit Metamorphosis Fanatic, Flash Mystical 2 to reanimate. Yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup. He hit 3 lands and a Metamorphosis Fanatic. And I'm just going to bounce the Torsten end of turn. Plays Tundra. Sure. I need to top deck something. If I can draw some good action, we can discard the Torsten to Metamorphose it back, but I can't do anything about that. Unfortunately, 4th Eolingus is the one thing I could have drawn to just win the game in this spot. What am I hoping to draw? Well, it was not Inspiring Vantage. Othari would have actually been a pretty big game. All right, let's attack with this. Let's discard Inspiring Vantage. Shieldred's Edict. All right. I want to sacrifice a non-token creature. And I'm not going to play this Mountain because I can still cast Solitude, which would be a really nice one to hit. And I wanted to discard Mountain to Inti. Okay. So what are we at? Metamorphosis Fanatic, Emperor of Bones. And then Emperor of Bones, the Grief is probably the play. If I had to guess. Oh, Pyroglyph. Sure, yeah, that also makes sense. Oh, I just die. Well, it's a shame because I drew perfectly for a little bit, but I need to draw perfectly even more. Soul Rain, Fatal Push, no. Mind Collapse, not really. Gemstone Caverns, well, I'm on the play this game, unfortunately. So, oh, Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Yeah, I guess I will have to bring that in as kind of unpleasant as it is. And Galvanic Discharge kills Jace, kills Grief, but that's about it. I like all my other removal spells better, so. All right, let's go. Okay, I would like to play first. I mean, I got to keep this hand. Let's just go. I don't need to play Caracas yet. I can play Plains into Giver and then Mountain FOMO. Okay, Plains, Giver. And I just like to save the Caracas. It's not like, well, Valero does have Hymn to Tarax. Maybe I should actually play it because I can't get duressed normally. Yeah, all right. He's not going to play him on turn 2 most likely, so it's not too big of a deal. Yeah, you don't need Probe. Seeing my hand doesn't really help. I just cast all my cards. I'll just hit for 1. If Valero wants to kill my FOMO, it's fine. I'd rather FOMO die than my Giver, honestly. All right, well, time to get mana drained. Mana leaked. All right, that's a little less bad. I still think I attack with these two. And then next turn I can go Mother of Runes and can play something else and then build up towards an Othari on 5. I think that's going to be my plan. So I guess I was going to say I hope to draw something decent this turn. I'm going to just hit with FOMO here though. And then play Mother of Runes post-combat. Pass the turn. And I don't know what Valero's up to. Ooh, okay. Flash Torsten. Makes 7 1/1s, huh? Yeah, you got it. Let's see. And reveals... not that much stuff. A Grief. Yeah, the Grief's annoying. I mean, the 7 1/1s are also annoying. But currently the 7 1/1s don't kill me. Not into Giver and Mother. And then I guess Grief is going to hit, though. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop that. Oh, Fleur pitch cast. There's that him. Pitch cast Grief, sure. Oh, Path down? That's not good. I don't know what that means, but I don't like it. 7 cards in hand still. And oh, I see. Life, death, that. Go to 10, get that Othari as well. And do I have 3 card types? I don't even have 4 card types, so I don't think I sack Sunbaked Canyon, though. It feels like I've got enough. See, now I can do it, now that I've drawn a mountain. Oh, interesting. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. No abilities that are good, but I could attack with FOMO. It's a 3/4. I could attack with FOMO pro white And it's a 3/4. I'm at 20. Yeah, all right. If I get another card type, it'd be really nice. So let's go. Huh. Do I want to use Mother of Runes or Giver of Runes? It's actually not trivial. I guess Giver blocks better, so I'll give this pro white. It can't get protected again because it's pro white, but if Fulero double blocks with Grief and Suspicious Stowaway, then I'm fine with that. All right. We're just going to trade here. Because I get to Soul Cauldron it, and it can deal enough damage. I really don't think I was supposed to do anything else here. Like, I could have double protected it first, but I don't think that would have been good. I'd rather just kill those two, pass the turn. Not really a fair fight here. Chaos Defiler. All right. Kill whatever you need to, I suppose. I can't really stop it with Giver of Runes. And Soul Cauldron. Nice, some more animates coming up. All right, well, I do get to block one. Draw. All right, still don't really think I have much of a shot here, but might as well. And now... what happens? Fulero can attack with Chaos Defiler. I can make some blocks and then do some protectionizing. Fulero has Arid Mesa in hand still and 3 unknowns. I mean, maybe I'm going to beat a Flash Torsten, but I don't think so. I guess if I draw some good stuff from here, Pyrogoyf or would 4th Year Lingus even be good? I guess with a Sanguine Evangelist, it's kind of good. Oh. Well, Torsten's gone. Exiling like an Othari or an Adeline is kind of bad into Caracas. So, okay. It doesn't mean it's never going to work out to do that, but all right, pass the turn. Let's draw. Action. I can hit for 4, unblockable, but I just hit for 1, I guess. And I think keep past the turn with a mountain in hand. I don't really have much that like draws me cards, so like I don't need 2 mana on the same turn. Fulero can cast a Troxa here, actually. And let's see. FOMO's getting devoured. We're putting a FOMO into play? Or an Othari? Oh. Okay. Oh, I should not have let Othari attack, actually. I didn't think everything was coming in, but yes. Let's go block, block, block. Maybe block that, actually. Then I take 5, 10. All right. And this gets pro black. And this gets pro red. Yeah, so I took an extra point of damage because of the 2/2 token. Obviously that wasn't good still. Next turn I can play Othari. Oh, I guess the drawback of not playing the mountain is actually this exact outcome. That's really funny. Oh, but it means that he can play Jace now. Hold on. Do I have lethal here? I think Fulero reanimating the Othari actually won me the game. Othari attack with everything, bounce Jace. We'll keep stealing them. Going for the 3-0 here. All right. Well, I do want Gemstone Caverns in now. I can tell you that much. All right. Let's get in there. Let's see how this goes. All right. On the draw, there's Gemstone Caverns. I'm going to keep this. Fulero's mulling, and I get to go turn 1 Gemstone. I think I exile Plains. And then I play Mother of Runes on turn 1, and then like maybe 4th Year Lingus for 1 on turn 2. I could also exile a Braid. Those are the only 2 options. I think I just do the Plains because he's got some good targets for Braid. Gleemox, of course, but also Emperor Bones or Jace or whatever. this deck 3-0s, it's gonna be so funny. All right, yeah, Gemstone Caverns, Exile Plains, Flare Mold to 5. All right. Oh, sure. Let's just turn on a Johnny then. Turn on a Johnny, turn 2 4th. Gonna get a commercial district? No, Thundering Falls has to be, yeah, Hymn to Turok doesn't look good with that opening land. Oh, man. If he doesn't have Spell Pierce here, this is going to be quite the draw. Okay, draw, land. 4th Earlingus for 1. Okay, bash. Oh, incredible stuff. Boom. That'll do it. Oh, man, what a draft. This really was not a 3-0 deck. I've drafted some 3-0 decks. You guys look at the channel, there's plenty. But this is not one of them. I mean, I did 3-0, so by definition it is a 3-0 deck. But like, okay, let's look at the good parts. It has a Mox Emerald. It has a Ragavan. Mother of Runes is great. In fact, all these 1-drops are quite strong. Oh, good. The big card thing. 4th Earlingus is a really great card. Solitude is a really great card. And then it's got like Path, Galvanic Discharge, Pyrogoyf, Othari. These are in like kind of the next tier of cards. Oh, Johnny, I would say, is very good. Then the rest of these things are like mostly like, you know, like Flay, just some matchups where it's fantastic. Inti's solid. Abrade and Fire Covenant can be good. These are all like fine cards. Pretty decent mana. What I had 2 red-white untapped duels and a red-white black tap duel, and then a black-white cycler that also gets tapped red, as well as red-black. So a couple ways to cast these black spells, but no discard. Like, it had the 1 free spell in Solitude. Not that much disruption against combo stuff like Flash, but I just kind of ground it out. Drew Fire Covenant when it was good. This card's busted. When you draw it against like multiple creatures, you just land it, which I did multiple times. It's incredible. Solitude has some really high points. And then 4th Earlingus giving us the Monarch makes things like Solitude and other removal really good. So some good draws, anything is possible. And turn 1 a Johnny, turn 2 4th Earlingus against a mold of 5 with Gemstone Caverns. Like, come on. So, yeah, that'll do it. We actually did win this draft. We have 7 wins now. And 3-0 with this is really something. So that'll do it for this one. Hope you had a good time watching this. I had a really good time playing it. Red-white can be a fun break. And red-white perfect draws, that's a fun archetype. So I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel and you won't miss a single draft.